Welcome to the Free Idea Podcast where I talk about ideas for free. Starting with one idea that ran away from me about a drone or something lately. There's been some really good ideas. But here's an idea or a question. Why do our news like to start beef with our politicians? You know how they're saying that Elon Musk is now the president instead of Donald Trump? And they do that on purpose to make him fight. Why do we have to fight? Why can't we just live in harmony? Ain't that right? Can I get an amen? That I just saw a tree that fell and I did not hear it. So it did not actually fall because I'm in the forest. I'm in Silent Hill at this moment driving. If you watch the movie, you know how exactly it looks. It's gorgeous, beautiful, foggy, dead trees all over me. I really did have an amazing idea and I just can't think of it. I did not capture it. I did not write it down when it came to me. Oh, it's actually called Hope Hill. No, no way. It's called Hope Hill. Wow, it looks exactly like Silent Hill. That's total cinema right there. You cannot make that up. It really looks amazing. It's all foggy. I can barely see the car in front of me. Farmlands and dead trees. Trees with all the leaves off, like from fall. All right. Now there's also a noise in my car that's going, and I hope you're not able to hear it. If you're not able to hear it, that's thanks to the amazing technology of noise nullification of the AirPods Pro 2 and the AI feature that I have on my Podbean that cleans up the audio for me. Because this noise is constant and annoying. It sounds like there's something wrong with my engine, but what it really is the flap that covers the engine under the car, that it's come off by one screw and it's just flapping with the wind. Talking about cars and flapping stuff, why are cars so difficult to repair? Why have they not thought about, the engineers at these wonderful companies, how to change certain parts that are often broken, but change them, make it easier to change them yourself instead of needing to take out 1,000 other pieces beforehand? Isn't that right, Mr. Mechanic? Don't we all wish that would be the case? For some reason, my changing the oil in a car, it's so cramped up in there. Like, why do we have to make cars so cramped up and difficult to work with? We know it. It's called planned obsolescence, where you make it on purpose so that instead of repairing it yourself or with a mechanic, you have to send it back to the company itself. So they have to struggle with it and charge you for it even more money than it needs to be. Oh boy. Damn. I barely saw that stop sign. I mean, I saw it, but this fog makes it look like it's farther away than it is. You know how the mirror says objects in mirror are closer than they appear? Objects in the fog look farther than they actually are. And I'm still in the fog and it's beautiful. Love this. And there's a church in here. Oh my goodness, I would love this with the church and a cemetery right next to it. And then there's some zombies, and you're in a horse with a cowboy hat and a belt of bullets. That'd be an amazing game. That's an idea for a video game right there. It's Red Dead Redemption did it with a zombie DLC, but now imagine there's a whole town where it's foggy. Imagine that a game where you're a cowboy in a city of fog. Mm. Oh, I'm just a machine of ideas. They're not high quality at the moment, but they are there. And that's why they're free. They're just free. One day I may make the other podcast called the Paid Idea Podcast. But no, not anymore, not right now. The VIP Idea Podcast. exclusive idea podcast. But right now, it's just the free idea podcast, giving you ideas at 1,000 RPMs for free. Oh, that's a place that I used to. Ooh, I used to work in that place. Okay. Today I got a place that I gotta go do. I forgot what it is, but after that I have a park, beautiful park that I take care of. They have a lot of ant hills around the baseball area and the soccer area, and I go there and I spray the ant hills because they're just way too many. Last time I baited them, I'm gonna go check today if it worked out, if the bait did its thing. I kind of did an experiment. I put two types of baits, one in one field and the other in the other field. And I'm excited to see today which one worked the best. I put a, yeah, we'll see how it goes. And then whatever it is, I'm just gonna spray them today, this time. I'm gonna fill it up with water and I'm cool. And I'm gonna spray each anthill. And I got 15 minutes to get there, but not to the park, to my previous place. And I need to use the bathroom, but I'm in the middle of nowhere. Oh, actually, I'm not in the middle of nowhere. I know exactly where I am. I am in Silent Hill. That's where I am. The place has not changed ever since I started talking to you. I probably drove 10 miles already, and it's still the same. This is amazing. This winter in Texas, I don't think it's going to be a cold one this time. It doesn't look like it. It's taking way too long to get cold. It's more like a sunny, fresh, sunny, fresh, where you're cold outside, but as soon as you put your jacket on, you start sweating. Have you had that? That's a Texas cold right there. It's just impossible to feel not cold, but also impossible to not feel warm. You'll sweat. You'll feel hot. That's Texas right there for you. There's some cows in here eating some dry grass. That's also Texas for you. They don't have any of that fresh green grass. No, 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 sorry. You get the yellow one, the one that it could start a forest fire with a spark, but it never happens because it's so close to the ground floor that even the grass doesn't want to burn. That's what that's Texas right there. And I'm going through over a bridge with a river, and it's even foggier thanks to the river, and it just got even more Silent Hill like in here. And it's amazing. It's beautiful. You guys should come over one of these days to Hope Hill, the cheap version of Silent Hill. All right, I need to take a right turn over here. It's getting a little weird. There we go. Nice, nice turn. Pretty badly done, but it's all right. On another note, have you noticed that cows eat grass only and they become extremely buffed and steroided, like incredibly strong and muscly? And then we eat these cows, and a whole cow gets cut into so much meat you could probably live off one cow for 6 months or more. Oh, woo, I'm going next to a Tesla factory thing. Looks cool. Hyperloop Plaza. Okay, that's where I'm at then. I'm by the Hyperloop or the entrance to the Boring Company. You know, they tried to hire me there once. Well, I applied and I did get an interview. But when I realized that it was 40 minutes away from my home for 16.50 an hour, I said, no, thank you. Maybe I would have been somebody by now. Maybe. But I'll never know. That's how regret works. You never know. So don't regret. That's what I tell myself. And then there's another cow over there. Okay, so they super muscular with grass. But have you ever seen a monkey? I haven't. Well, not a monkey, a gorilla. I have not either. Try Googling a hairless gorilla. They're super buffed. They are like bodybuilder type of buff. Like the physique that every man wants to achieve and sacrifices so much to do. And most try and will never get there. And a few who use steroids even get to that. Even with steroids, it's hard to get to the physique of a gorilla. And my question is, how do they get so damn buff if all they eat is bananas. I don't know. I don't know what else they eat, but if it's all bananas, they get so buff. It's interesting, isn't it? Almost as if we. Hmm. I wonder if I'm sticking that to you. So, how do they get so buff, but not humans? It's almost as if the human species is not meant to be buffed or is not meant to even need to be buffed. Although some people out there in the tribes of Octra, oh, they look buff, really buff, but they're more like slim buff, like slim, like the Slim Jim or the Slim Shady. While gorillas, on the other hand, they're like, damn, no fat. There's like 2% fat in their bodies or something. It's crazy. But you should Google a picture of a hairless gorilla. They're buff. So what? Same goes with kangaroos. What do kangaroos eat? They look super buff. The strangest part is that their arms are bigger than most men out here, including me. But they don't use their arms, do they? I've noticed that they jump a lot on their legs. So what are their arms used for, and why are they so goddamn buff? Makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense from our modern technology knowledge standpoint of working out and intaking protein and creatine and amino acids and all these things that I just saying to you that I've never even done my own research or reading on. I just take what people say and I spewed it out to you, just like anybody else does. But so that's why. How? How do these animals get so buff when they don't need to be that buff? And they do it on lesser um lesser foods and stuff. How do they do that? I'm right behind some truck with an antenna. I'm suspicious that this might be a cop. It doesn't say that it's a cop, but I haven't seen cars with antennas in a while. So I'm suspicious. It's an undercover cop. It's a Dodge. It's a Dodge with an antenna. That doesn't look like a cop. No, it's not. It's a woman driving. It's a woman driving that looks like a receptionist at a dentist office or a receptionist at a pool. You know what I mean? I don't even have to describe it for you, but I can easily tell. Not a cop. And why do cops have a similar way of looking? It's also a very interesting idea right there. We should do some research on that. Why do all the cops look like goody two shoes, like baby face? One, I think it's because of the rules of grooming. You always have to be shaved, and then you always have to have like a haircut. But a lot of cops look like baby faces, good kids. They never broke a rule. But yeah, it's weird. Have you noticed that? I know sometimes you'll have the one that really looks mean and roughed up, but most often it's that type of look. And there's some offense to what I will say. It's kind of like a gay look, like a gay stripper look, even though they're not. Not all of them, but why is that a thing? That needs to be researched. That really does. There's some what do you call it? Too much coincidence in there. Too much correlation. Not all the time. At least just the ones I see on the videos, huh? On the videos of the YouTube. I don't really, I don't think that holds up very well when I see them in real life. Maybe it's just a camera thing. Has nothing to do with the people. It's a camera. Like how they say that a camera adds 10 pounds to your body when they used to say TV. When somebody's on the TV, they would say that it adds 10 pounds to you just for being on TV. That was a common saying back in my old days. Might be true. Might be true. Might be the cameras make everybody look younger. and more baby face than we actually are. Probably is these iPhones or Samsungs with the filters on automatically on the cameras, which I've heard of it. I've seen some videos that talk about phones that have their own filters. It's interesting, isn't it? It is interesting. That's what I say. I only have about 2 more minutes to arrive about place. Like the way I yawn. It's like that meme. Very annoying. Very demure. Okay. So mom was there. And with that, I want to thank you for listening. And I really don't think I provided you with many cool ideas. It was more like questions and pondering. Maybe one idea was somewhere there. Why don't we put rockets on trailers? They're too slow. Why don't we? The acceleration is slow. Oh, because it's heavy. Put some rockets so it's not heavy. How about that? How about that? It gets heavier. Put some magnets on it. Put some, cool it down with some ice, dry, cold ice, and then use some magnets to make it levitate. Eh? How about that? Release some of the weight. How about that? How about just cool the entire street with dry ice and then magnetize every vehicle so you make it float like a UFO, like a alien. All right, all right. How about that? I'm looking here for my place. It's a super odd name that I don't really think. Oh, I know that. I know that place. Oh, yeah, I've been there before. I was wondering why. I think I passed it yesterday. Now it's time to do it today. That's annoying. That's annoying because I could have done it yesterday. But it is what it is. All right, here I gotta turn left no matter what the Rooney's. That guy is waiting for his left. I'm waiting for my left. It's gonna be complicated. Really complicated situation we got ourselves in here. Driving in America is not for the weak. There's some worse places to drive in, but America is pretty weird when it comes to driving in the farmlands. You get some U-turns that are extremely dangerous. Like you have to be someone with nerves of steel to pull it off. You know what I mean? And I know you know what I mean. The hell is wrong with these roads? Damn. What type of acceleration do I need for that? All right, I'm gonna try it down here. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. We've got to accelerate. Pedal to the metal. 0 to 60 in 2.0 seconds. All right, and I arrived where I needed to be at. Ooh, it's a Mexican restaurant. All right. I'm at the Mexican restaurant. Well, thank you for listening to me. I'm gonna go ahead and find a parking lot somewhere. I think this here works out a little bit. Uh, uh, this has been the Free Idea Podcast while driving. I may record some more. It's possible too. By the way, it's possible for me to stop the recording and just keep on recording. It is a possibility to do that. And then record later on. And I might actually, because, oh my God, this is because I'm going to be at a park for an hour and 30 minutes. And what am I going to do there other than spray the ground? So I might actually just do that. But for now, I think I'll stop it and I'll figure out if I can record a second one or if I can continue it after stopping. And that'll be a very interesting experiment. So right here is perfect. Maybe a little forward. And boom. I think I made it work. I think. I'm not entirely sure, but I tried my best. Thank you and see you soon.